turn that off first. I don't want to waste fuel. Okay, we're going to have to drop our weight off. What horsepower is our Case Puma? We're at the 302 horsepower range. Nice. Let's go technical right there. It's even painted red like I would do for any of my weights that I would do for vehicles. It's in there color code. This one's red, it goes on this. This one's black, it goes on this. That thing. Alright, let's get on over here. Get on up now. And parked in here so nice, and we're gonna mess it all up. How dare I put red equipment on green equipment? It's my farm and I'll do what I want to. Alright, so the mower system I do like to have, take a look at it from the aerial view. Which to do aerial view on the controller is to just push down on the right joystick. And we'll start right here. We're going to go around this field. We're even going to hit these headlands here. And because I need to do grass and hay, right, let's go ahead and unfold. Switch to the back, unfold. Then we'll lower and turn on. Switch to the front, lower, turn on. The back one, not turned on. So we are down completely, so we will go. Some of the grass. We'll come back and we'll do some heading. The only problem with these mowers, like I did there, is you cannot turn super sharp. And this mower as well does not mow in reverse. So you have to be mindful of that. So we'll just do the perimeter here as best we can. Because I figured this out on a Pottinger. This one does not. The Pottinger, I can move the both left and right wings in and out separately. So if I were coming up to a tree and I wanted to maintain straight, I can move the wing in that the tree was going to be at inside of. Things like that. I can move them out to gain an additional width. Back up. A little close to the creek line. This up. Whoa, Nelly. Come on, baby. Maybe I should use the John Deere. I think the John Deere would have struggled just as much trying to get up that. So, all right. weird about not touching the grass field itself. But we'll do that here in a minute. Doing this section here as I'm going to tip this up and we'll make our hay out of it. Yeah, I know it's not going to be too much, but just for the time being, and then off stream I'll get a bunch of mowing done, get the rest of the oats harvested, and we'll come back and the next time I record a series for Alma. Our road, we will deal with it as we see fit. Get a little bit of stuff going on here. Direction that we're cutting like we would normally with any other type of windrowing, baling situation. AI worker to do the main deal. Go ahead and raise up both implements. And we'll get AI workers set up on that. We'll grab the header with the 8R. And we'll move the trailer back over to different location. Header time. Oh. I forgot. This. So if we go to the back implement, we can sit here and which one is it? Work mode. Holding down the right button. Now we can swath it. Now I can have him do its thing. All I did was back you up. You don't need to sit there and try to reposition yourself. always forget about doing that when I could have set it up for windrow right off the bat, but it defeats the purpose of having it set as windrower when you got to tether it anyway. It's just one of those weird things that I got. Okay, let's go ahead and unfold it. And since he started right there, actually started in there in the corner, go ahead and lower and turn it on. I'm definitely going to buy a different tether. Nothing wrong with this one, mind you, but it's just, I mean, we're dealing with big fields, and this is a small tether. Don't get every little bit of it as turning from grass to hay. It's not going to be that big of a deal. The system will change the bale to the whatever it's collected the most of. Or if you start as grass and you start taking hay next, then it'll convert it to hay, things like that. So, if there's little tufts of grass mixed in with the hay as you're tethering, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to sit there and have every speck of grass turned over to dry out. Yeah, if I had the John Deere 3650 here trying to do this, it would be a struggle bus. Not for running the tether, but just for trying to drive itself over all of this grass. That John Deere just does not handle well when it comes to the grassland. Yeah, it can do it, but it's gonna be a long, rough ride. As soon as we're done with this patch here of tethering, we'll go grab the windrower. Get this windrowed up. Avoiding the section that gonna do. Doing second headland. Alright, that's fine. Yep, absolutely fine. They're doing another headland, which gives us a little bit of buffer. Close that up, make the corner. That way we don't grab any additional stuff and pet it. Swiper, no swiper. No, come back and hit that one stuff. That's a bit much to leave to try to turn from grass to hay. Alright. We done got our hay turned into grass, or grass turned into hay. There we go. Get the right terminology of words put in the correct order. Grab the old windrower. Park this right beside the windrower. Oops, yeah, we pushed it back a little further. That's all we did. Should open that door up. Nah. Get stuck on the baler. Alrighty. The process. Unfold it. And the time gets set up. And this is actually a decent windrower too. It's just not as wide as I would like it. Especially when we're dealing with this much. And if we ever buy more cattle, more goat, well, I mean, it's not like we're going to buy more, but the cattle do breed. They do make babies. So we're going to end up with more regardless, which means that we're going to need more grassland to take care of. So having a wider windrower, wider tedder, isn't going to be the end of the world. In fact, it'd be most appreciated. And yeah, we'll pick that up. It's going to convert it into hay when it's all said and done. This over here we'll try to avoid as much as possible. Got a little bit, but like I said, it's going to convert it to what's most available. And we'll get a few bales out of this. The goats we don't need to worry about because they have the meadow grass that they can work on themselves. The cows are kind of the same way. They've got meadow grass that they can work on. The horses, on the other hand, they don't have the meadow grass. They need the hay. We'll get a few bills taken care of out of this. Like I said, it won't be as many as we're trying to get in total, but it will be enough to get the animals fed right off the bat. Because as soon as we got onto this map, the animals were at 0% health, so we need to take care of them right away. Especially when I saw that we had horses, I went right into the map to see if we had any oats that we could get right off of it. Because August is the time for oats. They're doing now the back and forths, down and backs, up and downs, however you want to call it. All of it, but we are going to do a little swipe coming up here. Get that little tuck right there, and we'll raise that up. That way we don't mess up our perfectly lined up windrow. I am going to drop that down right there. Kind of messed up another one, but it's unavoidable. You can sit there and try to be as perfect as you can, stopping and starting, but just like this section right here, I don't have to take it. The baler will pick this up. I am going to go right there. I'll raise that up. That section right there I'm going to leave. Like I said, the baler will get that, no problem. To make sure I get that little guy right there. Okay, now the rest of the story, or rest of this little patch here. And who remembers hearing the rest of the story? If you do, please leave a comment. See how well your childhood was compared to mine. Because I would listen to him on a regular basis on the radio. The young folks is like, what's a radio? I got Spotify, is that what it is? Is it YouTube music? No, my little younglings, it's not. It is far from YouTube and Spotify. Two little swipes left, phones. Tiny little phone. Going into Commander data. If you know where that reference came from, let me know as well. And we'll leave that little tub there. Connect those up. Alright. I am pretty pleased with what we got going on there. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, come on, dear. Really? Didn't need to jump out like that. Oh, hit the wall. Okay, let's see. I'm a little close there. Oops. Keep going the wrong way. Well, I took a few back and forths. Alright, I have not used this baler yet, so this is going to be fun. And since we're playing with hay, you should not need to worry about the wrapping situation. So, turn we don't need that. Both baler. Turn on the baler. Drop the pickup. I am running a mod that is an extended pickup. So, if you see the baler pick up additional stuff on either side of it, okay, cool. See if we can continue. Because I don't know if this has like a pre-chamber on it or anything. Oh, I automatically stop. Let's also change speed, cruise control, reset bell counter, pump stump engine bell counter, lift pickup, current drop mode. This, like I said, I have never used this baler before, so I think it's not that one. It only creates the one size of bales. Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Yeah, I picked up a little bit of stuff that was that could have been turned into grass or silage. going to keep my finger on the trigger. In fact, I'll just set the cruise control and we'll see what happens on the next one. Okay, so we do slow down and then stop automatically. All right. That is cool. Normally I'm a manual person to stop. I'll stop it myself and then start back up again. Because I generally tend to back up. That way I don't have to worry about leaving a swath. Make sure to pick up this little tuft of stuff here. Set the cruise control, get back online. And away we go. Cool, cool, cool beans. I don't know about the leaving the bales like that though. I know some people like leaving the bales on their side. Some people like me grew up and are used to picking the bales up on the round edge. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not entirely sure about that. Dag blasted, why is my coffee all gone? Yep, there's a mod for extended pickups on balers. Highly recommend to download that one. Highly recommended. Along with the mod, the Lizard Subsoiler, which is under plows. It's that, well, those three right there, but that guy right there. Highly, highly recommended for doing any sort of plowing. Gets done so much faster. Alright, now we're actually in lots of bale mode production. Change that to where... I'm not getting very far right now, which is a good thing, I guess. Whoa, gotta make the corner, gotta turn. Drop again. We're at 97%. A little bit of dryness there. We'll leave with the wetness. It'll turn into silage if we decide to wrap the bales, which I think we're going to do. So, because I do want to get started off with silage, even though we are playing on hard economy. It's going to take 3 months to do that, which will give us a head start. This is August, September, October, November. It'll give us a head start on the actual silage production needed for the cattle. Because I am a big advocate of making TMR, which is hay and silage, so we got to do a lot of tedding. A lot of tedding. this, like I said, I left this down as just to show you that we'll pick it up just fine if you leave patches like this. None of it was windrowed. Okay, they are done. But we have the only baler available. Any additional stuff. Come on back now, you hit. It's just cool how it flips the bale. They thought of everything. I don't think I have the mod that slows me down for baling. Could. I just don't remember downloading that one because that one I've never been bothered by it. But now using it on this baler for the round bales, I'm actually very much considering making sure I have that mod downloaded. But it could also be just a feature of this baler too. Which is what I'm guessing because, well, it's been a while since I've done round bales. But it's neither here nor there. Maybe 2 more bales out of this. Whatever's left in here, we should be able to offload it. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this over to the course area. And I got to figure out where I can put it at the course area. We'll just offload it. So that's for the grains. We're going to bring it in here. I'm thinking I set it up right where I would put the grain at. I didn't see anything in here for dropping of hay. I mean, this is just a writing area. That's fine. Didn't see nothing here. I took care of you, so yeah, I think we're right here. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And automatically, manually collect. I would have thought that I could have emptied the baler, which that could be one of the mods that needs to be fixed. So, alright, let's go ahead and we'll collect some more grass here, and we'll see if it converts it to hay. Yep, so whatever was the most in there, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so that's set up for manually. Now if I set it up for collect, let's find out what this does. Now we got grass, that's a good sign. Get everything. Also get lined back up a little better. And turn. Okay, collect. Okay, now we got the wrapper on. Ready? What? Oh, it drops two off. Okay. Because if it puts two side by side, that may not be a bad thing. I'm still holding the gas. See what happens here. Okay, we kick back off. So yeah, still holding the gas down. Going to do a little wrap here, moves forward a little bit. And alright, drops two side by side. Yeah, that is just the weirdest thing. I mean, I don't entirely not like that. Makes collection a little easier. However, it's the 125 centimeter bells. That's the only thing that I don't particularly care for. Because it's a lot of the stop and go thing, you know? If we were making 150 or 180 centimeter bells, okay, and when we stop here, I'm just going to go to the wrappers. We could use this Coon 150 centimeters just fine. And you almost get an extra 25% into your bell going up to the larger size. So got a bloody bell in my way. It's alright, we'll move him out of the way. That one we kind of need to keep to the side anyway. And when we get this one loaded up to drop off again, we're going to go ahead and stop and we'll grab the 3650. And we'll see if we can't get a bale into the animals. And did that bell take? Looks like the bell took for the horses. Let's go to the horses real quick. The horse stable does not show that they got a bale of anything. Oh wait, that's right. I couldn't do anything. Okay. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Let's go to this guy. No, I did not want to do that. I wanted to disconnect the trailer. I wish I had a front grapple. This one here, I believe, is hay. Okay, and this one here is hay. Where was the one that was grass that we didn't wrap? This one. Hay as well. This one's grass. Okay. I know. I want to move it over by the tractor so I don't have to run all the way down here to grab it to push it up. Yes, I's a strong boy. I ate my spinach. Okay, this one we're going to work on getting up to the cattle barn. See, this is where having a grapple on the front would be a lot better than this bucket. What are you doing out of the pin there, little one? Let's go ahead and drag it in. We'll drag it. Yep. See, now we got some food for them. All right, cool. And we'll just push another one of these bales up and over. Yeah, I understand this thing is for the... Let's take a look at that whatever front loader tool. The tool can cut sugar beets to feed them to your biogas plant. The Ruby 2000. So we got a beet cutter, which I don't know if it's exactly needed on our farm. Let's see if we can get some hay up to the cattle, or the horses. Hay, whiskey for my men, beer for my horse. Having a pallet fork, a bell spike, a front grapple. Hey, they took it. Nice. Okay, that's all I really wanted to do right there, folks. So yeah, we got a lot of baling to do. We've got some horses to ride. We've got to finish up our wheat, or the wheat's done. We got to finish up the baling of the straw. We got to get the oats done. And let's go ahead and do a little something here. Like I do on all of my live streams, I show you guys what I got going on. I ain't scared. Turn off all of these things here. And let's go up by the paint. Get a little snapshot going. I want to thank you all for joining me on this new adventure, recorded series of Alma, Missouri. As always, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you feel like subscribing, join the Discord. There is a link there. I will check to make sure that the link is still active so that you can join it. There's all sorts of fun channels in there. We have the Farm Sim updates going on. We have the mods, so if you want to see the mods, they're right there. If you want to see the different updates from the Farming Sim website, they're right there as well. But yeah, thank you again. And until our next stream, catch you later.